So now we have our Raspberry Pi. The next stage for us is to get the software onto the SD card that we have, so the actual device can have an operating system. Do this by going to the main Raspberry Pi website. There are two mechanisms of transferring the image on. One is via using DD via Linux, and one is via using Win32 Disk Image. I'm going to do this via Win32 Disk Image mainly because those of you who are familiar with Linux already will know how to use DD, and it's not necessarily going to be useful for anyone to watch that process. So in the download section we can go to this Win32 Disk Imager, and on here we can download the software, and obviously click this link and we can get the software from there. The other thing you're going to need to get is choose which Unix or Linux distribution you want to go for. Go for the Debian, which many people have chosen. My personal one is Fedora Remix, as I've always been a bit of a Fedora fan. So download those two files, and we can then look at installing that software and imaging the SD card. Okay, so we now have our two files, our disk imager and our image itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to extract the image. Whilst that's running in the background, I'll also extract the Win32 disk image software, and we'll run that up. And once we're happy that this is finished in the background, we can transfer this image across. Okay, so that image is now finished extracting in the background, so we can now extract that. Take my SD card, which is completely blank, completely unused. Okay, take my SD card and pop that into my machine for the first time. And all that. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to write that to the file. It may take a little bit of time, so we're going to pause the video whilst we wait for that to happen. Okay, so we're getting pretty close now. It's almost finished. It's taken a couple of minutes, and that's successful. So our SD card now is ready for use. So if I now take a quick look at our drive, what we'll now see is the SD card, and we have our image, and we have all of our files there ready for the system to boot as an OS.